Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha. In the divine presence of Sri Yadugiri Yathiraja Jiya Swami, I feel immense gratitude for him to have given me the opportunity to talk about the shlokas of the Gita and its relevance and relatableness in today's world. In one of the previous episodes, I had talked about Arjuna's surrender to Krishna as a disciple. Well, I gave you a justification on as to why the Bhagavat Gita is so large. The justification I had given was the teacher has in all the rights to give the student what he needs, even if it may be well in excess of what the student seeks. Krishna is the Jagat Guru. In his unbounded compassion, even though Arjuna asks a simple question, Krishna in his compassion and as his right as a teacher, he can explain Arjuna the deep concepts which the question had in the first place. What does Krishna give in excess? Because I had given the justification that Krishna is going to give something in excess. What does Krishna give in excess? Let us look into it. So, Krishna is Paramatma. We all know this, and Krishna gives a promise. What promise? Everyone gives a promise nowadays. What is the credibility of the promise? That is why I had said Krishna is Paramatma, and Paramatma's promise is one of the foremost of gifts we can get. What is the promise that Krishna has given, and why am I calling it that it is excess? Well, let me give you the shloka and explain as to why this promise is so exalted. The shloka is Apichet Suduracharo Bhajate Mam Ananya Bhak Sadhureva Samantavyah Samyak Vyavasito Hi Saha. What does this shloka mean? Let us start word by word. What is the shloka? Well, Krishna says here that Apichetsu Duracharo, even if someone has done the worst of sins or before he has done lot of wrongdoings, Apichetsu Duracharo, he has behaved in a way which is not fitting. Apichetsu Duracharo Bhajate Mam Ananya Bhak. If he starts remembering me. Well, let us take this term remembering. When I say you to remember about someone, what do? You do not just remember about their face. You remember about what they have spoken or what they act like. Similarly, when Krishna says Bhajate Mam Ananya Bhak or remembers me constantly, it means that we also have to remember the way Krishna has given the lessons. We must remember the lessons Krishna has given. So here, Apichetsu Duracharo Bhajate Mam Ananya Bhak, the whole meaning here is that even if we have done very wrong acts in our past, we have to start remembering Krishna and we have to start remembering the lessons he has given. Apichetsu Duracharo Bhajate Mam Ananya Bhak. What happens if we do this? Sadhureva Samantavyah. Sadhureva Samantavyah here means that Krishna starts seeing us as a righteous person. Sadhureva Samantavyah Samyak Vyavasito Hi Saha. Krishna says, O Arjuna, even if someone has done many acts of wrong, if he starts remembering me and the lessons I have imparted, in my eyes, he shall become the most righteous person in the world. This itself is a great promise given by Krishna, and this is an extreme, very great promise. Well, we also have to understand here the main reason why Krishna sees us as righteous. We have to follow the lessons. What are these lessons? In the previous episodes, I had given you short, crisp meanings of some penances or some scenarios in which we can implement the Gita. If we start doing this in our day-to-day life, we ourselves can feel that we become a good person and we ourselves can feel that Krishna is coming closer to us. So, this shloka is one promise. What is the next promise? This shloka is a personal favorite of mine because this is where the promise is extremely stabilized. What is that shloka? Kshipram bhavati dharmatma shashvat chantim nigachati kaunteya pratijanihi name bhaktah pranashyati. What does this shloka mean? Kshipram bhavati dharmatma. This shloka is the continuation of the previous shloka which I explained. That shloka is Apichetsu Duracharo. So this shloka is the continuation of it. What is this shloka? Let me repeat. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma. This person who starts remembering me and implements my lessons in day-to-day life, he quickly becomes a righteous person. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma shashvat chantim nigachati. I shall grant him everlasting peace. Shashvat chantim nigachati. Kaunteya pratijanihi. Here Kaunteya means son of Kunti, who is Arjuna. Kaunteya pratijanihi. O Arjuna, let it be known. Name bhaktah pranashyati. This is the core of the promise. What does Krishna say here? Name bhaktah pranashyati. No devotee of mine is ever lost. This is a great promise coming out of the mouth of Parabrahman himself. He says that if we do the simple act of just remembering him and following his lessons in day-to-day life and giving our best to be the good person that Lord Krishna expects us to be, he gives us the promise that he shall give us everlasting peace. He shall give us the status of a righteous person in his eyes. Why do we have to be righteous in front of other people when Lord himself sees us as righteous? So, here Krishna gives us two important promises. He sees us as a righteous person if we implement the lessons he has imparted, and he will grant us everlasting peace as well. And the crux of the promise that we are never lost, that is Name Bhaktah Pranashyati. So, let us start implementing lessons of the Gita in our day-to-day life, because it is the Lord's promise that he himself shall see to us our mental peace, and he himself shall see that we attain him after we are ending our life along with the lessons of the Gita. Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha.
Yathiraja, 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 Jaya Ho. Yathiraja, Yathiraja, Ramanuja Jaya Ho, Ramanuja Jaya Ho. Yathiraja, 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 Jaya